Good afternoon, everyone, and I hope you're enjoying our beautiful sunny California today. We're very lucky to have sunshine in the middle of March, and it's wonderful to be with you this afternoon. So those of you who do not know me, my name is Dr. Salpi Akaragian, and I'm the founder and the president of the Armenian International Medical Fund. As some of you may know about our foundation, our mission is to create and maintain innovative healthcare projects in Armenia. And we began this journey in 2003, and we started with first cochlear implant surgery project. And about 5 years ago, UCLA Armenia Genome Project, we undertook under our umbrella. So currently we have two major innovative projects that Armenia doesn't have any of these, one being the cochlear implant surgeries and the other one doing the Armenian genome studies that does the sequencing of the genes. And we're very lucky to have wonderful two professors from UCLA, Dr. Akira Ishiyama and also Dr. Wayne Grody, to lead these major innovative projects in Armenia. To begin our today's program, it was an idea that we started talking about it among a couple of friends during the Women's International Day, beginning of March. We're talking a couple of friends and we decided, let's do something for the women. Let's do a tea party. And I have two wonderful people who have been a member or are still a member of the foundation that I will introduce you, our guests today. And we talked about, okay, so let's do preparing sandwiches and also baking scones, so to make it a little festive. So I'd like to now introduce to you our volunteers who are here today. Let me first introduce to you the person who's going to prepare scones for us, and that is Judy Deutsch, who's been a member of the AIM Fund for over 10 years. She currently chairs the Fund Development Committee, which you can imagine how important it is for a foundation like this to continue raising funds every single year so we can continue with the project. I've known Judy for over 20 years while we both working at UCLA Health. Judy worked in the development department, and her role, she raised millions of dollars for many programs for UCLA Health. For example, gerontology department. She also has helped me write the proposal. Can you believe this? She helped me write the proposal to obtain USAID and IHA grant for the primary healthcare project in Lori region. So our work is not only in Yerevan, it's all over the country, including all the regions, and Tungarapan as well. Today, Judy is in a different role, which is to show us how to bake scones for a tea event. She took gourmet classes in the 7th grade, and ever since then, she has been cooking and baking many international dishes, such as African dishes, East Indian, Middle Eastern. I have been at her place a number of times, and she truly prepares wonderful food. We are fortunate to have Judy as our baker today and to help us raise funds for a foundation that she values, and she's committed to break the silence of the children born with profound hearing loss.
Welcome. I'm Judy Deutsch from JSD for Tea, my second career. And today we're going to make currant and other cream scones. So I'm going to show you how to make the basic batter, and then we will try all kinds of different additions to bring flavor and color and excitement to your scones. I'm going to start out, I have pre-sifted flour, and we're going to start out by putting 2 cups of flour, and I'm dipping it. You can also spoon it, either way. And then I use a nice flat knife to make sure that it's even. So here's 1 cup. And again, this is pre-sifted. I'm going to show you also, I have a spoon, and I can spoon it in. And it's nice and light because it's pre-sifted. And then I'm going to, again, even off the top so that we have an exact measure. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in the baking powder. And as you can see, the baking powder has two different sides to it. One side is curved, the other side is flat. And that's so you can take your 2 teaspoons of baking powder, so here's my teaspoon, and you can put it in and you can run it against the flat side. So again, you get the exact amount that you need. So we're going to put the two teaspoons, actually it's teaspoons, it's a sugar tablespoon, the 2 teaspoons of the baking powder on top. And this does come with a plastic lid, so when you're done, you can just close it up and put it back on the shelf. Okay, so there's our 2 teaspoons of baking powder and a tablespoon of the sugar. So here's, I put sugar in a little thing, and this is where we have the tablespoon. Now with the spoons, it's easy enough to just shake it so that it's even. So at this point, we would turn our oven on to 425. It's already on, so we don't have to do it. And then we will mix this with our spoon, making sure that the powder is done. Okay, now we're going to add the butter, which is here. And you really have to use butter. Margarine does not taste the same. So we take the butter, and on the side of the butter, you will see that it actually has the measurements per tablespoon. So we just put it down. We cut it at 6 tablespoons. And then it wants us to cut it into 10 pieces. And this is because we're going to have fun. It's going to be like Play-Doh. We're going to have fun in the bowl. So we cut the butter into the 10 pieces. I like to make it a little bit smaller. It's easier to deal with. And we put it right in there. We just cut it up. And we're going to mix the butter in with our fingertips, so that it makes a meal, a kind of little balls. So we go ahead and we put this, and we work the butter into the flour mixture until the mixture resembles coarse crumbs. So, okay, this is all now really nicely mixed through. And the next step is to add the currants and toss. So I often divide the dough. Actually, I don't put the currants in right away, and I'll show you why. You can, no problem with it. But I want 4 different kinds of scones this time. So I want scones with pears, I want scones with chocolate chips, I want scones with cashews, and I want scones with dried cherries. So I'm going to make the dough, and then when I go to knead it and make the little pieces, I am going to add a different addition to each batter ball that I make. You're going to make a well in the flour mixture, so we're making a hole here, nice size hole. And then we're going to add 2 eggs. So let's put the eggs in, and they have to be well beaten. So we're going to put, as soon as I grab them, we're going to put them in the 1 cup measure because we're not going to need this again. So let's put 1, 2 eggs in here. Okay, if you're new with the eggs, you can always do 1 at a time in a bowl. Make sure there's no shell in it, and then put them together. Okay, so now we're going to pour it into the center of the bowl. There we go. This is a heavy whipping cream. We're going to put a half a cup in the middle. Okay. So we're going to mix it until it starts to clump together. So you can see it's starting to clump together. And then I'm going to pull this. I'm going to mix it a little bit. And then I'm going to put this on here. It's a little sticky, as you can see, it's supposed to be. Bit of paper. And kneading is when you take the dough and you turn it one way, and then you turn it another way over itself. And then you turn it and you move it again another way into itself. And that brings air into it. It makes it a fluffy dough. It makes everything integrated into it so that it's smooth. And you don't do it too many times because you don't want to make the dough stiff. So just enough to make it a nice, smooth piece. And what we're going to do is for this one, we're going to take about a quarter cup of chocolate chips. And we're going to take this, put it back in the bowl so that we don't lose chocolate chips. And we're just going to integrate the chocolate chips into the batter. Instead of the currants earlier, we're going to do this now. So here we have you can also do 4 little rounds. See, they go right in. We're almost done. So they look like this. And we take a little cream. And a brush. And we brush the tops with the cream. That's what gives it a nice brown coating. and a little sugar on the top. Now I also made some at home so that you could see what they look like when they're finished. But here they are.
Thank you, Judy, very much for the demonstration. So we're ready to start with the sandwiches, and we'll get Margaret start preparing the tea sandwiches.
For the tea sandwich preparation, please hit the link below for the full video presentation of the tea sandwiches. I hope both of our presentations, Judy's and mine, were inspiring, and I hope we were able to demonstrate how to prepare for the full tea party presentation. Please smash that like button and encourage us to bring you more videos like this.
I want to thank all of you for participating. A special thanks to Margaret and Judy for their cooking demonstrations, baking demonstrations, and Garo for allowing us to use his kitchen to do the show. So they've been long-term supporters to the foundation, and we thank you very much, Garo and the family. So again, thank you so very much. Enjoy your Saturday afternoon. I wish we could have done in person so you could enjoy these wonderful sandwiches and scones that our volunteers prepared for us today. Again, thank you for joining, and hope you can join us again in the future. Bye-bye and have a great weekend. Bye.
Special thanks to AIM Fund volunteers, and especially the organizer and founder, Dr. Salpia Karagyan, and Garo and his family for allowing us to use his beautiful kitchen. Please excuse for the video quality. If you like to join my YouTube channel, please hit that like button and also subscribe. And do not forget to hit that bell button in order to get notified of my new releases. Have a wonderful day, wonderful week, and wonderful life. Bye-bye.